Hi everyone, I'm Sophia and I'm the host of Cyber Review. Today we're talking with Caryn Warren about her book, Cybersecurity, The Children's Guide to Being Safe Online. Caryn Warren is a powerful and influential leader in the information technology industry. She is the founder of Innovators of Tomorrow, an organization that provides training in various IT concentrations, including coding, cybersecurity, robotics, to underrepresented communities in STEM field. With over 20 years of IT experience, her current job is managing and supporting Oracle databases. Hi, Caryn. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for taking the time to take this interview. So tell us, how did you get into cybersecurity?
Well, I think mainly because of being a parent actually brought the awareness of how important it was by having a child in school and by her coming telling me every day, what her friends were doing online, like posting their address and just, things that you think is not really bad, but it's really, dangerous for children to put information out there. So I would think, just for my daughter coming home from school, sharing stories with me about her friends and also having a conversation with other parents as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what made you write a book like this?
The same. My daughter telling me stories about what her friends were doing. Also, when I was talking to parents at sporting events, found out that a lot of parents didn't really understand the term cybersecurity either. They really didn't know what it was, or they really didn't know there were measures that they could take to keep their children safe. So just conversations with parents and kids like both.
And what is one of the most surprising things you learned writing this book?
Probably the most surprising thing would be how much time kids actually spend online. I knew they were online a lot, but when I looked at the statistics, started doing research, I was like shocked. I was like,
Wow.
whoa, all day. So that means they're in school on their devices and, they're everywhere at the table, probably at home on their devices. So it was a lot of hours of the day that kids were actually spending online.
And who is this book for? For parents or kids?
I wrote it in the intention of it being for kids only, probably like up until age 13, like the teenage years where they think they know everything already. After publishing the book, I had a lot of adults actually say they learned a lot too. So I would say it's for all ages because it gives you a basic understanding of cybersecurity and how to be safe and how to keep yourself and your kids safe.
Oh, and some parents sometimes find it difficult to address cybersecurity issues with their children. What are your top 3 tips for them?
I would say the top 3 would be to monitor your kids' devices as often as you can. I know a lot of parents don't want to do that and they feel like they're invading their kids' privacy, but I'm sure the parent bought the device, so you own the device. So it's okay for you to check, but it's only to keep your kids safe. So that's one thing I would say. Another thing I would say is to probably, you said 3 things, right?
Well, you can pick the one you want.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So that's actually the main thing that I could think of so far. I would also say limit their screen time. That's another one. Limit their screen time on their devices. Push them more towards active learning instead of passive. And there's a big difference when you're on the internet or when you're online and you're searching homework assignments, or that's called active learning. Passive is more like playing games, shopping, doing things like that, kind of like non-productive things. So if you can limit their time to mostly, so where they're actually learning something instead of just browsing, and they can get into trouble that way. And also I would say, I think those are 2 of the things, and not feeling guilty for protecting your child, because that's what parents, they feel guilty. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And is it fair to describe your book as a practical cybersecurity guide for parents and kids?
Yes, I think so. It's like basic internet safety knowledge, how to be how to use the internet responsibly, basically. So it's like basic knowledge. Like a lot of kids, like teenagers, they'll say, "I already know all of that," but
Yeah.
you know it, but are you practicing it? So yeah, I think so. I think it's for both.
And which feedback did you receive about the format and style of the book?
People really seem to love the book cover. They love the book cover, and they love the fact that it had chapters. So it kind of appeals to like an older age group. But young kids, it was exciting for them to see chapters too. They feel like, oh, I'm reading a chapter book instead of a book with a lot of pictures and illustrations and everything in it. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like I kind of catered it to where the kids will feel like, oh, I'm a big kid.
Yeah, that's great. So tell us, where can someone get your book and how they can reach out to you?
My book is available on Amazon as a paperback and Kindle version. The title of the book is Cybersecurity, The Children's Guide to Being Safe Online. And I also have it available on my own website, and that's CarynWarren.com.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today, and we wish you all the best with this book. Bye,
Thank
Caryn.
you. Thank you. Bye.